Welcome to this episode of Hot to Trot. We are so excited to have you guys here today, and we have really been working hard over here at Penn Horse Racing because we're getting into our busy season. Events are kicking off, and we've been trying to come up with some new ideas on how to get fans engaged with us when we're at these events, some new stuff. Dawnelle?
It's been a big old think tank. I mean, we want to come up with something that gets everyone engaged, has something to do between the races. So if anyone has ideas, we think we came up with a couple good ones, but if anyone has an idea, they can send it our way. Ashley, we trumped one of her favorite things that she wanted to do. So we want to get everyone's input on this because Jalen and I said no to karaoke at the races. Ashley wants to make people sing songs in between races. And we were like, nope, there's a lot of voices we don't want to hear. But Ashley's all for this.
I think it's so cool. So I was scrolling through TikTok and I got like an ad for this little portable karaoke. It looks like a little purse and it has two mics. And then you pull up on your phone like the words and the song, and it has a speaker that plays the karaoke. Like, how fun would it be to roam the apron and go up to fans in between races and have little karaoke sesh? Like, I think it's the funnest thing ever.
I would like to think that we would discover someone and be like American Idol, but I just have a feeling it wouldn't go like that our ears would hurt a little bit. Because I know if I did the karaoke, everyone would be running the other way. No one would be left at the racetrack.
What would you sing if I asked you to sing for karaoke at the racetrack?
Spice Girls. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, whatever I want. That's my go-to karaoke song. I do karaoke. It's just never good. But I have a blast.
Ray.
It's Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Well, since we were interrupted, you have a new addition to the fam, too.
I do. I have a chocolate lab. Selena. I think she's outside because I filled up their little kiddie pool to play in. But yeah, I got a little chocolate lab. She's super cute. She gets along with everyone good. Not the brightest light bulb, but she's cute, so it's okay.
Aw, so you're a dog mama 3 now.
They keep you busy. The house wasn't clean with 2 dogs, so why not just add a third? She needed a good home. I'm a great home. I love labs. I will die on the hill that labs are the best breed. So I was like, yeah, I'll take her.
I mean, I'm a dog mama 3 too, so it is a lot at times. But, you know, you just can't say no. It's like, if you have 2, what's another one?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You already have 2. Let's just add 1. It's fine.
Throw them in the pack. So on this podcast while we're filming, I just think all our listeners should know, it's amazing when we get through it because there are 6 dogs between 2 of us.
Yeah, so when you hear the barking, you know, it's not our fault. There's 6 dogs. What are you going to do? I like when we do our FaceTimes catching up and then Ashley's dogs will bark or mine will bark and then everyone's dog starts barking. They just alert each other.
Well, getting back to the karaoke, I think our fans need to let us know what their plans are. If they think that would be a good hit at the track, like I think it's going to be awesome. I'm ready to buy the little karaoke machine with my own money and just test it out. Maybe I'll just be singing karaoke by myself on the apron. Let us know. Send us a message. Shoot us a comment. We want to know your thoughts. And then also let us know what your karaoke song would be. So I want to make sure I had the playlist right. So
yeah, when you see Ashley at the track, just start singing to her either way. Just belt out a song for her. She'll love it. So please do that.
Yes, sweet Caroline. Come on. I'm here for the karaoke. But Dawnelle, you've been hard at work too, getting ready and getting everyone fashion ready for these events, letting everybody know like what to wear, what to expect. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, if there's one thing I love to do in life, it is shopping. And we have an Amazon storefront. So for every event, I did Derby, a Derby party, Penn Mile, Maxi Lee. Every event that we go to this summer, I make a storefront and add all the outfits that I would wear. You should dress your man in, whatever you want to do, your best friend. There's something for everyone, accessories, shoes, dresses, t-shirts, casual, whatever you want. I put it in the storefront and I put together some beautiful outfits. I have some of them. I love to shop. And you know what? It's Amazon. There's they have the cutest stuff and it's not too expensive. I can put you together an outfit for under $50 and you're going to look the best dressed at the track. So you need to be shopping our storefront, and the proceeds go to Pennsylvania Aftercare. So you get so much money back on things you buy through our storefront, and then that'll go to our Pennsylvania Aftercare program. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Guilt-free shopping. You're helping horses after they retire from racing, and you're getting a new outfit. That's how I'm going to explain it to Rob. It's just basically like donation. It's great. There are like, I put really the cutest things, and I put stuff for Rob on there. So, you know what? Buy him an outfit too. He deserves it. I will. Well, thank you, Dawnelle. I'll be heading over to Amazon because you have the best taste and making sure I have my outfits on peak for these upcoming events. Yeah, we better see everyone there wearing their Amazon storefront outfit. Well, I think we should get to this interview that we have with Matt Kakaley and Martina Rojas. We have a driver and a jockey, so this is a good one, and we hope you guys enjoy. Get ready for 3 action-packed events at Parks Racing that are full of family fun. Join us for Preakness and Belmont Stake watch parties with live racing. Free family fun on Saturday, May 18th and June 8th. First post is at 12:40 p.m. Plus, don't miss out on our Father's Day celebration on June 16th, featuring live racing with more family fun. Don't miss out on these 3 exciting events at Parks Racing, Preakness, Belmont, and Father's Day. We'll see you there. For more information, visit letsgoracingparks.com. Matt, Martina, welcome to Hot to Trot. Thank you guys for joining us today. What have you guys been up to? You're both pretty busy and the summer's heating up here. So what's been going on?
So I'm getting ready to head up to Prescott for the year. So I'll be moving my tech up there for the summer and then probably riding Delaware and Laurel or Penn on the weekends. But that's like the biggest thing going on in my life right now. I'm getting everything set, finding a place up there, getting an agent set up there, and just starting to recoup and go back from last year and hopefully keep moving forward when I get up there. But we'll see.
Well, that's exciting. Matt, what have you been up to?
Pocono's on a 3-day schedule now. So Saturday, Monday, Tuesday there, and Monday through Friday Yonkers. So 1 day off, double headers on Mondays and Tuesdays. Qualifiers on Wednesdays. Yeah, it's getting busy. That's for sure.
Yeah, when do you sleep? Jeez, 1 day off.
Monday.
The summer season, there's no sleeping right now.
You just talked about all the different tracks you guys are racing at. You have to be traveling a lot and spending a lot of time in your vehicles. So how many miles do you think, Matt, you put on your vehicle in a year?
Oh, I think I just did my taxes the other day. So it was probably, I think I had a report about 60,000. It's a lot. Yonkers is a lot. It's a little over 2 hours each way. And I do it 5 days a week, almost all year. So it's a lot.
I put 63,000 miles on in the last 8 months that I've had the car. So a lot of driving.
Martina, where's your home base at? Are you by Penn?
Well, I'm at Laurel. So my home base is Laurel, and then I'll ship to Penn, Delaware, when it opens, Parks, Charlestown occasionally.
Wow. You guys are busy. You talked about having an agent. How do you decide who your agent is, and how does that kind of work?
You try to pick somebody that you think is going to suit you in your business. I usually try to hit the top three agents, or go back to somebody that I had previously that I've done really good with. So over the summer last year, I had a guy named Gary we've done really good with, but he's getting older and he's getting ready to retire. So I knew this one guy named Danny Hamilton. So he was a clerk skills before, but now he's going to become an agent, and he has a lot of business and he knows a lot of people. So that's what I look like. I like for the contacts, who they have, what trainers they have, which riders they had previously, how they did with them, and just try to pick it off of that, basically.
It's a little different than driving, huh, Matt? You don't need an agent. You kind of just get the drives, and that's how it works.
Yeah, I wish I had an agent. I should probably look into that, though.
Oh my gosh, wait, you guys don't have agents?
No, we...
Oh, man, that's nice.
No, it's not nice. It would be a lot easier for me to break it to a trainer that I'm not taking their horse through somebody else. That's for sure. That's probably the part I hate the most. People don't take it that well. So yeah, if I had a middle guy to take care of that, that would help me a lot, actually.
So if you have a double call, you have to call the trainer and be like, I'm sorry, I can't pick your horse in this race.
Yeah, if I have a good relationship with that trainer, I'll text them and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to take that horse, or if I see him at the track that night or whatever. Sometimes if I don't know them that well, if they just listed me, but it's a trainer I don't really know personally or whatever, I just take care of it with the judges in the mornings. Do it that way.
Wow. Now, do you guys have like an overnight, like does an overnight come out like a week before or 5 days before?
Yeah, so certain tracks are different, but it's usually 5 to 6 days before the race card.
Oh, that's interesting. How many races do you guys run through the card?
Pocono's 14 to 16, and then Yonkers is 10 to 12.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. Now, will you ride majority of the card?
Usually, yeah, usually.
Wow. So you're tired by the end of the card.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
So Mondays and Tuesdays I got doubles. So that's, I'll go Pocono in the afternoon, then Yonkers at night. It's right around 25 on Monday, and then Tuesday about 25 more. So when I wake up on Wednesday for qualifiers, I'm beat.
Wow, Jesus, that's a lot. That's one too many races a day.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine if I had to ride 25 races in one day. I don't think I'd be able to move the next day.
You get used to it, though. Your body gets used to it.
Wow. Now, do they pull? Like, do they pull like a racehorse would? Are they pretty tough?
Oh, yeah. And we don't, we usually don't have anybody to pony them for us or anything. So if they're bad, we got to wrestle with them a little bit before the race.
Have you ever got running off before the race?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah. I was a lot smaller and kind of a weak guy. So, yeah, it happened quite a bit when I was younger.
Oh, Jesus. I couldn't imagine me driving one of those. I probably would to take and run off with. It's all right. Yeah, because you guys got no leverage. You guys are just sitting there. Like, so you have like this, but you don't got like nothing going on.
Yeah, we actually do get some leverage. Like, with the bike, we can get a little bit of leverage, but it's totally different than how you guys are, for sure.
Wow, Jesus. That's completely
I couldn't
different.
ride them. I can tell you that. I don't even want to get on the back of one. Absolutely.
Wait, you've never been on the back of a horse?
When I was a kid, I had a pony. Like when I was a little kid, I had a pony, and I don't have any desire to get on the back of them.
Wow, that's crazy. Holy smokes! So you just learned to drive?
It's a lot farther to fall when you fall off the top.
Wait, have you fallen off in a race before?
Yeah, I've had some bad accidents. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus! Wow. Yeah, but that's more painful because you probably get run over by the cart too.
I didn't get run over by the cart. I got run over by one behind me, but yeah, I mean it's dangerous. Yeah. Not as dangerous as yours. I think you guys are in a different league than us.
Oh, I don't know. There's carts. Oh, to me, that would hurt a little more than hitting the ground. And you guys got like a hard track too. Like yours is like concrete compared to sand.
That's true. It is harder. Yeah, that's true. That's a point.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so fun.
Well, I want to give our listeners a little bit of a background. Martina, you're in your first year of racing. So in the industry, we lovingly call you a bug jockey, since you're working your way into actually being a full-fledged jockey. But I want to talk a little bit about how you got your start and how you woke up one day and decided you wanted to be a jockey.
So I kind of grew up in the industry. So my parents were both in the racing. My dad used to be a jockey, so kind of was just there when I was younger. He was racing and we had the equicizer and hop on it, and playing around with it. And then, riding the ponies. I did a little bit of pony racing and casually racing my sisters around the track they had at the time. They had like a 3H training track for the babies. And my mom was a trainer. She was leading trainer at Penn for a long time. So everything's kind of got through in there, and then I was riding barrel racing, and like actually had no need or desire to be a jockey. And when I got hurt the first time really bad, and I broke my ribs, and I had a lacerated liver, and had a fractured skull, all kinds of crazy things, and I was in the hospital, and I was just like sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know, I just kind of said, I'm gonna go back to galloping. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to galloping, and I worked for a guy named Nash Agnew, and from there, the one morning I was on the track, and I woke up, everything come together. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my jocks license, and had to hide it from my dad because my dad didn't want me to be a jockey and my mom wasn't a big fan. So like I hid it from them for a very long time until I actually got the license themselves. And like everything was just like, it was like a hidden secret that nobody knew. Like I didn't tell nobody that I was going to get my jock's license. It just kind of like went to the stewards and got it done, did all the things I had to do. And from there, it was just like a start. My dad needed a rider for that horse, TC Greeley, in March. As the bug boy left, Giovanni Paredes, he snuck off the Gulfstream. So he's like, "You want to ride this horse?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And at the time, I was like 120 pounds, and I was so heavy, and I wasn't ready. And like, I didn't think I was truly ready. I had no idea what was going to happen. And I had to weigh, I think, 112 for that race. I had to lose all this weight. I was running miles, like maybe 10 miles a day, going to the box, starving myself for that week. I'm telling you what, I don't know how I actually made the weight. I don't know how I got on the scales and weighed in all right, but I did. And I ended up going, like, when I was in the paddock, I was like, "Oh, like, what do I do?" And he's like, "Just hang on. That's all you gotta do. Just hang on." And I was like, "Okay." So we're sitting back in the gate, and the horse next to me flips over, and I'm like, "Oh, geez. Like, here we go. Like, it's gonna be one of these races." And, like, he goes in, and he has, like, he's got the shield on, and he's got the padding in the gate, because the horses rope out in the gate. And nobody knew about it. My parents just bought this horse, so they didn't have no idea the horse was bad in the gate. And he's like going there, like bouncing up and down my first race. And I was like, okay, it's just going to be a wild ride, And we break from the gate, and Julio was next to me. And I mean, his horse was dead by the time we hit the quarter pole. My horse just kept running on. And by the time we passed the wire, Julio was next to me when I pulled up. And I said, "Julio, what do I do next?" I said, "I have no clue. I never won before. It's my first race." And I was like, I was starstruck. I'm being serious. Like, I think my family was more starstruck than anything. Like, my dad had no faith in me winning this race. Like, none. And it was just like, it was crazy. It was truly crazy. Crazy experience.
Yeah, it is unheard of to hear of a jockey winning like their first race. And for you to go out there and do it, that is awesome. And to do it on your dad's horse, like, that's even better.
Oh, it was crazy. Like, I had no intentions of winning this race. Like, truly not. Like, I didn't know what to expect. Like, the horse on paper looked all right, but like, he used to stop. Like, he had a bad habit of stopping by the time he hit the stretch. So I was like, all right, it's just going to be like, I ride them and get dirty, And I don't know, me and that horse just clicked. Like, we loved each other. I went on and won 4 in a row with them, and I was like, me and the horse loved each other from day one.
That's awesome. Matt, you've been in the industry now for some time. How did you get your start and when decided you wanted to be a driver?
Yeah, same thing, family. When I was a kid, my grandfather, well, he bought it before I was even born, but and he bought a farm in Michigan, and my dad started with the horses there, and then I came around. And when I was about 12, we moved to Florida, and I started racing at Pompano when I could, when I was 18. But in my teenage years, I was working in the barn all the time with my parents. Started jogging with my dad, training with my dad, and got my qualifying license, started that way, and then got my license, and I started in the amateurs down there at Pompano. When I was 18, I drove for like a year. Then I started driving all my mom's horses, probably for about 6 months or so. And then the Burks came to me with, an amazing offer. And I moved to Ohio with Mickey Jr. and we went to Northfield. And, me and him, we worked our asses off for a while. It was just me and him with like 9 or 10 horses. And, I started driving Northfield Park and did some good. And then Ronnie wanted to move me to Pocono and try Pocono. That was in 2010. Then it just kind of exploded from there. Ronnie put me in some big races. I got going, and yeah, it's been an amazing ride so far.
Did you ever want to, since you ended up at Pocono, did you ever want to move around, or you decided that was going to be home base? Like, how did you decide to stay there and that was the track you wanted to race? When
I moved here, it was, I didn't know what to expect. And then I started driving New York Sire Stakes and, PA Sire Stakes. And I tried Dover a little bit in the winter. And then the next winter after that, I started Yonkers. And it just seemed like it was a central location that I could drive to all these places. It's like 4 hours of the Meadows, 4 hours of Buffalo, a few hours of Saratoga, a couple hours of Yonkers, Chester's a couple hours. It's all like drivable. If I live closer in Jersey or something, to the Meadowlands or something, the Meadows and Buffalo, it's not really feasible to drive that far. So, it just seemed like a central location. I was doing really good. I built a lot of good relationships here and stuff, and the area started to grow on me. I like it, and I don't see myself moving in the near future.
Yeah. Martina, how do you kind of decide your tracks? Just what you're close to, and that's how you end up, or what's making you decide to go to Prescal?
Oh, well, I did really good in Prescott last summer. My parents up there, so it's like a big help. I ride a lot of their horses, so over the summer I go and ride them. But I'm based in Maryland because the purse money's really good. I look for the purse money and where I'm going to have the most business. And there's a lot of really nice horses, a lot of good trainers, and my agent did really good down there. So I moved my tack to Laurel, and it's just like the center of everything. Like you got Penn, that's 2 hours, or you got Delaware, that's an hour 30. You got Parks, that's an hour 30. You got Charleston, which is an hour. Like it's like the jackpot. I mean, going to Prescott is a really big hike because it's like 6 hours from Maryland. But it's okay in the summer because they run on different days. So like I'll go to Prescott on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, come back down here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just repeat it. So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the summertime if you manage to feed it in your schedule.
How is it riding on that synthetic track? That is like one of the coolest things about Prescott is the synthetic track. You can't like hear the horses coming.
No, it's really quiet. They sneak up on you fast. The first time I rode up there, it was really different because nobody's really tight. You don't want to be too tight up there just in case you'd clip heels or something would happen. Because when you hit the ground up there, it's like hitting concrete. There's no bounce. Like on the dirt, you'll bounce a little bit. But if you hit and impact on that ground going that fast, you're going to break ribs or a collarbone or something. So everybody's spread out. And the track is super fast. Like you'll be thinking you're going on 24, 25 for the first quarter, and you're going around and going 22 and change. Like it's completely different from the dirt and the turf. Like people think turf and poly track are similar, but it's not at all. It's a very, very fast track. You can't hear the horses coming. Everything's different. Like the way the horses hit the ground is very different. They're like, you don't want to run in shoes up there. A lot of these horses go barefoot because you don't want to be caught in that poly track. You just want to kind of like glide through it. Like on the turf, I mean, you're going to hit the dirt and stick in there a little bit, but on the poly, you kind of just glide through it. They move very different.
I love the synthetic track. I think Prescott is just a pretty track to be at. For both of you, what would you say your favorite memory has been in racing so far?
I guess my favorite memory would be Bob Marco. That's my big horse. I won 5 in a row with him, and I mean, I had third and second the last couple starts, but I did win 5 in a row by the Lions races. And that horse is just incredible. He'll open up by 10 as soon as you get all the gate, and that's how he stays all the way around track. 10 in front, 15 in front, and he just doesn't stop, and he's so fast. Like he's like maybe 0.1 off the track record every time he runs. Like the horse is just incredible. And when you're on him, you could just see he's so powerful, and he's such a good-looking horse, and he really you've never been on a horse like that horse. Like that horse just made a big impact in my life. Like when I hear Bob Marco, it just brightens my day. Like I go see the horse in the barn. Like that horse is truly why I'm riding, truly.
Matt, how about you? Favorite memory?
Probably Breeders' Crown Night at Pocono 2018. Favorite horse would be All Bets Off. He was very special to me. But favorite memory was Breeders' Crown Night. That was amazing. The weather was horrible. It was raining. It was cold. Everybody was miserable, but I was happy. I know that. I was, I've never cried in the winner's circle, and I cried in the winner's circle that night. That was a special evening for sure.
No. And then that track get pretty sloppy when you run over?
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's horrible. That place, and I don't know if you know where the Red Mile is in Lexington, but those two tracks are by far the worst in the rain.
Oh Jesus. Do you guys have to wear like multiple goggles? Because you guys are directly behind them.
I just wear one pair of glasses. Some other people like to wear screens in the mud and stuff. A lot of guys wear goggles, but we just wear one pair.
Wow. Jesus, yeah. I'd be going through them like nothing.
Yeah, because the jockeys put multiple goggles on, don't they? And you guys just throw them as you go?
Yeah, we just pull them off. Yeah, I couldn't imagine just having one and just getting the kickback off of them.
I couldn't imagine having to slide them down like 5 pairs in a race.
Look, before I started riding, everybody told me, oh, it's going to be really hard to pull your goggles down. Like, that's the hardest part in the race, pulling the goggles down. And I sat there, I was like, man, that's the easiest part of the race. Like, when I first started riding, like, pulling my stick through was the hardest thing to do for me. Like I swear, like I didn't think I was ever gonna get pat down. And that first time I went to pull my stick through, I got stuck. Like I couldn't, like it was stuck at the end. And like next thing you know, I had this stick backwards in my hand. I was like, what the heck? And I was like, I gotta practice this. Every race I started pulling it through, pulling it through, pulling it through. I said, I will eventually get this down. And I ended up doing it. And like the first day I did it and it like went well, I was so impressed with myself. I couldn't have been any happier. And like the horse ran like a dog. Like that's the thing, the horse ran terrible, but I was so happy I changed my stick perfectly. Like it was the best day.
Is that your hardest part of the job then?
Oh, I was pulling the stick. Oh yeah. That was truly the hardest thing for me to get down, was pulling the stick.
Matt, what would you say is the hardest part of being a driver?
Like in a race, you mean?
Yeah, or just in general, be having to be a driver.
Just getting everywhere and, making picks and that kind of stuff. The behind the scenes stuff is the hardest, I think. I'm not that good at promoting myself and stuff like that. So it's probably would be a better thing for me to get an agent, but that's the hardest part for me is the behind the scenes stuff.
Well, you have Kakaley Racing now, the social media, so that's a nice way for you to promote your racing. And I like the gear, the logo's really nice. Whoever made that. Yeah,
Annie and her sister. Her sister lives in England. She found this company that does branding and stuff. We hired them to come up with the logo and stuff like that, and they started the Instagram page for us. We haven't been very good at keeping up on that lately. It's just getting a little hectic. My daughter's in school, and now she started softball, and I'm busy, and the dog and everything's going on right now. And I just got on the PHHA board, so
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot going on, so that kind of took a back seat, but we gotta get back on it.
If you need help, just let me know. I can help you out.
Okay, perfect.
She's pretty good at social media.
I'm gonna hire her to do my work.
There you go. I'm here to help.
There we go.
Well, speaking of logos and colors, I don't know if you know this, Martina, but the drivers actually wear their own colors every race. So their colors and their designs are resembling them. And we always have this debate. What do jockeys think about this? Like, would you like to wear your own set of silks that was your design that represented you and people would then recognize you?
Oh, no, probably not. I would not like to wear my own colors because I don't know, to me that'd be like weird because I'm just so used to having the owners pick it out. Like it'd be so hard for me to sit down and be like, oh, I gotta make these silks, It'd be so hard for me to make my own silks. Like I would not know how to do it. And they'd probably be so ugly too. It'd be easier if the owner just does it because if it looks bad, it's on them, It's not on me.
That's funny. Matt, your colors are red, white, and blue. What made you come up with those colors?
My family, my dad, his colors are exactly the same, except he's got no white bars on his chest and back. My uncles, they all had the same color, scheme. They just had a little bit different. Instead of K's on the sleeve, they would one had diamonds, and I think the other one had a star. But yeah, it's just, they that's what they went with. My Uncle Mike was the first one to start driving and came up with it. And my other Uncle Joey and my dad came after him and stayed with the same colors and patterns and stuff. And then, I was just going to follow my dad. So.
Is it weird when you have to race against him, like be competitive against him in a race? Does it change your driving style at all or just kind of just another competitor?
When he was driving, he's older now, so he's not driving very much now. But when I was a kid and stuff, I think I kind of, I wanted to beat him more than anything. And now it's like, now that I'm kind of I'm doing good and he's only driving a little bit here or there, trying to make sure I look out for him a little bit and, make sure he's not in trouble. And, yet he drove a horse named Blow a Cloud last week, and he's a little crazy. He post parades the wrong way, and Tia's got to grab him and turn him to the gate. And he's not dangerous or anything, but he's just down under horse. It's goofy, and I always keep an eye on him in the post parade just to make sure he's okay. And I look out for him a little bit different, that's for sure.
Wait, so these horses get pretty goofy? Like when thoroughbreds do, going to the gate? Like, do they wheel and
Oh
try to
yeah,
flip?
they'll wheel around. Yeah, yeah.
Do they really?
There was a
Oh,
horse when I was a
jeez.
kid. My dad used to drive. He would the outrider would point him to the gate, and it was a 50-50 shot. That horse would just turn around, and I don't know. My dad was the only one that would drive him. And now that I'm at the position I'm at, I feel like the other guys like no shot. I would drive a horse like that now.
Now you get to pick and choose.
Yeah,
You're at that time of your career, like, I don't have to do it now.
yeah, exactly.
Let the young people handle that one.
Bingo. I did that before. I had some crazy ones. Don't worry. I had my fair share at Northfield and stuff. But yeah, at this point,
Oh
I'm
man.
good now.
So how do you guys do you have to tack up your one horse? Like, do you use your own cart or use other people's carts?
Yeah, so we have our own. I have a couple at each track I race at, and yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really do anything getting the horse ready to race at all. Especially at Yonkers, like walk out of the driver's room, grab the lines, jump on the track, come back, couple words, hang up the lines, back in the driver's room. It's all kind of in order and very meticulous about how everything goes. So.
Wow. Now, do those horses run on LASIK? Like, do they use LASIK on standardbreds?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh, so they bleed like the regular horses do too. That's
Oh,
interesting.
they will. Yeah.
I didn't know all this.
We need to bring you out to the track one day and put you on the jog cart with Matt.
Yeah. We should just do a little match race.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
I mean, I know how to drive Pertrons. I do know how to drive like a big carriage.
Yeah, you're fine then. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
my family's one owner. They do like a driving company. So over the last winter, like during Christmas, they needed some help, and I drove the Pertrons around. But I had one Pertron. They did run off with me. There was two of them. It was a team, and they spewed from a car behind us, and they took off down this road. And I mean, it was like impossible for me to pull them up. They were so big and so tough, and it was just me. I was like, oh my God. I'm still kind of green. I was like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get killed.
All right. So how do you guys prepare for a race? Like, are you looking at the program? What goes into your day when you head to the track and you get ready for your first drive or ride of the day?
It's usually after training that I'll go to the jogs room. So around 10 after eating breakfast and things like that. And I'll go in and get in the whirlpool for a little bit, and then I start looking at the program and watching replays. And if I have time, I'll take like a quick little power nap and then go back to the program right before I go out and just prepare myself mentally and do some stretching and just like the little things like that. I don't like to get too crazy over it because sometimes you get in your head before the race.
Matt, what about you? You've driven in over 43,000 races, so this is kind of second nature.
Yeah, I like to look at the program. Pocono puts their programs out for free when the changes get done. So I like to look at them when they first come out. I'll go through the whole program. It's 3 days ahead of time, but just to get a scope of what horses are in and what kind of spots they're in and stuff like that. And then the day of the race, when I get to the track, I'll look at it for probably half an hour or so. Just get ready and kind of study the program. I know the horses pretty well, most of them. I do watch replays. I don't fixate on replays. I watch every replay of a horse. I got to know every little thing because things are different every race out there. And, the trainers know the horses better than me. And if the horse had a good week, that's all I want to know. If it's having a good day that day, it's all I want to know. Look at it for a few minutes before each race and, just kind of have a very vague idea of how it's going to go because everything's always different. Things change. And it's just the biggest key is knowing your competitors and the horses that they have and their tendencies, like the driver's tendencies, who's usually overly aggressive, who's usually a little passive. I think that's the biggest thing, at least with the overnight racing.
On the other hand, you guys just told us about how you guys prepare for racing. Now, how do you unwind after racing? So races are done, especially Martina, when you race at Penn, that's at night. It's kind of late. How do you unwind from that?
Well, I usually go get dinner. I'll shower after the race and go get dinner and just try to put my phone down and just relax because after a long day, you got agents calling you, and sometimes the trainers call you. My parents call. I got a big family, so everybody's like calling me constantly during the day. I mean, and just sometimes I just need like a break after the races, so I just like unhinge from the real life, eat dinner, and just call it a night. Like watch a movie, just relax, listen to some meditation things, just like simple things like that.
Matt, how do you like to relax after a long day of racing? Your days are really long.
So, when I race Yonkers, I have a 2-hour drive home. So you'll just, click on the music. I'll watch it. I'll put a show on Netflix on my phone on the dashboard. Like I know a lot of people do, and this is probably not the best thing, but it gets me home because I'm tired. And if I just got to sit there and stare at the road, I don't know. There's some nights I might not make it all the way home. So, I get a chance to unwind that way. Just put on some music or, watch a show that I'm into or whatever, and get home. And, I usually have to let the dog out, and then I take another shower, and then I just crash. It's not too hard for me to fall asleep after a long day going there. But when I'm at Pocono, I like to go, get dinner, a couple of drinks, hang out at home with Annie and my daughter, and just relax that way. And it's a little bit better, but it's not hard for me to relax after, I can tell you that.
Anything interesting you're watching on Netflix right now?
No, not really. No, I don't really have anything right now.
You should watch Love is Blind. It's really stupid, but so entertaining.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yannick told me to watch The Tourist. I haven't.
That was good. I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm a Netflix show girl. When I drive too, I put a little dashboard show on.
Yeah, it's terrible, but yeah.
It's like a podcast, though. You just listen to it. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Like I like Ozark and Breaking Bad the best to drive because they're a bunch of seasons and they're both really good. So.
My 15-year-old confessed that he's watching Breaking Bad, and I was like, "You didn't ask permission." And then I had to go back and like watch some of it. I'm like, "How inappropriate is this?" And I'm like, "What season are you on, Aiden?" He's like, "Season 3." I'm like,
too late now.
You're really in it.
It's so good.
Martina, I want to know, do you have any like goals for this upcoming year for yourself? And Matt, I'll ask you the same, so be prepared.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to get to 220 wins by the end of the year. So with Prescott season coming up, everything will start rolling. And I did really good by the end of the meet last year. It's winning 4 or 5 a day pretty easily. So that's my big goal for the year, getting 220 wins, and hopefully just keep picking it up. Have a good year.
Matt, how about you?
Just kind of put up the same numbers I put last year. I'd like to be the leading driver at Pocono again, but I think I'm going to be on the stakes trail a little bit too much. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If a good one comes along and takes me on the trail, that's what I'm shooting for. But do go to Pocono. Be the top 3 or so at Yonkers, and just same purse money and wins as last year altogether. That's, something similar. I'll be happy.
Yeah, you'll be at 7,000 wins soon enough.
Yeah, I'm getting there. It's been a really good few years win-wise. I think 500 a year. So it's insane, really. I don't know how Aaron can put up the numbers he does, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the last few years that way.
Well, I think we're ready to put you guys in the hot seat. So get ready. This is the best part of the podcast where we shoot some rapid fire questions at you, little pop culture, little off racing topics, but they're a lot of fun. So we're going to kick off the hot seat. Dawnelle, I'll ask the first question. Martina, do you have any superstitions that you believe in?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll tell you one. I used to do it when I played soccer too. They're just saying like if something's going well, you don't change what you're doing. So if I'm on a win streak, like I won't change anything. Like I'll do the same thing I did every day. So like I'll put the same hairband on, I'll wear the same bandana, the same pair of gloves. Like I will not change. Like I use the same stick. Like I'll put these boots on the same way, like my left before my right. Like I'm like really worried about this. Like people are like, oh, it doesn't work like that. Or if like I fall off a horse and like it's with like something new, like a new pair of gloves with like a new jacket. Like the one that I wore a new jacket. It's brand new and I fell off and like was in the hospital. I never wore that jacket again. Never. Like it was done. I threw it away. It was just like, nope. I'm superstitious like that. So I do believe in that kind of things.
Matt, do you have any?
Not really. No, I used to, when I first started driving, I was against black whips. I thought they were bad luck and terrible and all this. And then, Yonkers, they make us use black whips. So I got to use them, and now that's all I use. That was the only superstition I had though before. I always had to use a white one. And then, when that changed, I had to change. I didn't have a choice, but yeah, that was about it. I'm not very superstitious.
Where was your last vacation?
Oh, Jesus.
It's been that long? Oh, that's so sad. You don't even remember.
Yeah, I think my last vacation was Sarasota, Florida. And I went there with a friend maybe 2 years ago. I really haven't had a ton of vacation a lot in the last couple of years, but I'm hoping by the end of the year I can go like out of the country somewhere. That's my goal.
That'd be nice. Matt?
My last short term, we went down to Key Largo. Me and Annie went to Key Largo with Tessa and Chris Lems for a couple of days. Actual vacation. We went to London last year for almost 2 weeks. That was awesome.
I'd love to see London.
Yeah, it was cool. The weather, it's kind of dreary and a little rainy and whatever, but it was an awesome time. I had way more fun than I was expecting. It was a great time.
Matt, who is your favorite Disney character?
Oh, Disney character. Man, I don't even know.
Your daughter doesn't watch Disney?
She does, but she's not really into Disney that much. I'll go with Buzz Lightyear. How about that?
Oh,
I like Toy Story. Martina?
Rapunzel. I used to watch that a lot when I was younger.
the long hair.
The long hair. Well, I thought the horse was really like the horse would crack me up every time I'd watch it. I forget the horse's name, but that horse would. I would die laughing. That horse beat up her. I guess her prince or whatever he was. The boy in there.
We have this question down, but I'm pretty sure I know everyone's answer after going through this. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Clearly a dog person.
Yeah, same for me.
Ray?
FedEx is here.
Don't worry, my dog's just like that with FedEx, Amazon. Yeah.
As they bark.
Now they're outside barking at FedEx, so he'll have to throw the package and run. So we fine.
It makes me think of like Sandlot, of that big dog that like coming over the fence. That's what I think about when I hear him bark.
Well, Ray's a German Shepherd, so she's terrifying. So they don't come near when she's out, which, whatever.
I think they try to tease them, though. I think they do it on purpose. Like, they know which houses have dogs, and, like, they park right in front of us, and then they just walk up there, and then they take their time. And I think they torture the dogs on purpose.
I know. I used to have a really nice guy that would, like, bring dog treats and give them dog treats. Now, this guy's not as nice, so he deserves the barks. It's fine.
All right. Martina, what was the last thing you Google searched?
I think I was looking at a trailer up in Presque Isle. Like, it was like an RV kind of deal because I really want like a travel trailer. Like, you can hook it to a truck and like move it around. I really want to go camping, so that's like a big thing.
All right, camping girl. What was the last thing you Google searched, Matt?
Well, we got bad news about my dog yesterday, so we've been Googling a lot of stuff about her sickness or illness, whatever. She's got some cancer tumors growing, so we've just been Googling a lot of that. Bad news, but I mean, to answer your question, that's my last Google search.
We'll be thinking about you and the dog and the fam. That's hard.
It is. Dunkin' or Starbucks? Are you guys drinking a lot of caffeine on the road?
Oh, Jesus. Starbucks by far. That's my go-to.
Same. Not even close.
What's your order?
Depending on what kind of mood I'm in. If I want like a refresher, it has to be like a dragon fruit drink with sweet cold foam on top. But if I'm like doing like coffee, I like to get like a mocha. or like those honey lattes. They're pretty good.
Oh, Matt, what are you ordering?
Always iced coffee, vanilla, sweet cream, cold brew. Always iced coffee.
Oh,
like
yeah, they're
coffee.
pretty good too.
I love the iced coffees. If you were a vegetable, Matt, what vegetable would you be and why?
A vegetable.
So we're
You don't think about this daily?
I do.
I get this question second, so I had a second to think about it.
I'd be corn just because I like corn. And that's when I think of vegetable, that's what I think.
I mean, I like vegetables. I like beets and stuff like that and green beans and whatever, but I don't know if any of them I could relate to.
Green beans, because you're snappy.
Okay, perfect. Let's go with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What are you, Martina?
I don't know. I guess I'd be a tomato.
Why?
I really like tomatoes. I don't know. 'Cause they're addicting, especially like when you're like pulling weight. I crave tomatoes.
Really? That's
Yeah.
what you crave?
Or that or pickles or olives. I used to hate them until I started pulling weight. Then I was addicted to them. And the potassium in the tomatoes is really good for you.
Do you prefer planning or going with the flow?
Forget about planning. If you plan something, it just goes to show how much your life just falls apart. So I just go with the flow at this point.
Yeah. Matt?
I do like to have a plan. When it comes to work and racing, I like to have a plan. Schedule and plan and all that. But when I'm not having anything to do with racing, I just go with the flow.
Yep.
That's the way to live life.
Yeah.
My agent does a lot of my scheduling throughout the week, but if it's on my off day, there is nothing that's gonna stop me. I will go with the flow because if I say I'm gonna do something at 1 o'clock, it will never get done. It just won't happen.
Every time I make a plan, it just backfires on me, so I don't even bother. Never works.
I felt that.
It's probably
I literally
better for me to
felt
go with the flow because Annie is very meticulous and plans everything out, and it has to be in plan. And if anything goes wrong, she does not agree with it at all. So I just go with the flow because why should both of us get all worked up if something doesn't go according to plan?
Annie will figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah, put the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we have for you guys. So thank you so much for joining us and being on Hot to Trot. This was fun.
No problem. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck this summer, and thank you guys very much.
Thanks for listening, and thank you to the Standardbred Breeders of Pennsylvania for sponsoring Hot to Trot. We'll see you next time.